Okay, so YouTubers, welcome back. What I did in the end is I left the skimmer raised on a little bit of egg crate, which you can see there, and a plastic Tupperware. So all I did quite simply is I turned the plastic Tupperware upside down, I put the egg crate on top, and then I suspended my skimmer up by about, I would say that's probably about 4 or 5 centimetres, and I also pinched the airline with a clothes peg. That calmed the skimmer down. I mean, it was going absolutely insane. This is a big skimmer, it's a big boy, and it's like taming a wild horse. But I left it like that, it tamed down, it calmed itself down, and I left it like that for a day or so. And I've come back now, and as you can see, the outcome is good. I'm getting skimmate coming out of the top now. It's not overflowing. I mean, I do need to dial it in, fine tune it, but that's nothing major. The fact is it's not overflowing no more. So I think what we can safely say now is that we've worked out how to do this. So a bit of a recap: when you're changing your skimmer, okay, especially if you're going what they call 1+, which means in effect you're going for a larger size skimmer than what's needed. So for example, my tank, which is there, you can probably just about pick it up, the lights aren't on, but my tank holds 525 litres. I've gone from a C6 bubble magus, and I've upgraded to the G9, which has a capacity of up to 1,500 litres. So it is one of the biggest skimmers that I can get my hands on anyway. What also made me want to buy it is the aesthetics, the neon acrylic that they're now using, which really does ping under your actinic lights. So if you have a blue light in your sump cabinet, wow, you've got disco fever happening. The only thing that's missing down there, I think, is a song from the Bee Gees. But there you go. You can also get tubing, which you can probably just about make out right at the back there, which is standard tubing I use for my dosing of all-in-one. You can now buy that in neon also. You could probably look online and get the majority of your pipes in neon if you really want to have a true disco happening in the bottom of your sump. For me, you know, the hobby split into kind of like two for me. One is the tank, the main display tank. Now, you know, with my display tank, I've had a lot of pitfalls. Any questions you want to ask me, I'll try my best to answer. I think I finally cracked it, so any advice that I can give to any newbies, any newcomers, anyone that wants to bounce any ideas off me, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody that does. But equally as important for me is the engine. You know, it's like going into the sump is like popping the hood on a car, or as we say in the UK, the bonnet, and having a look at the engine. I don't know what it is, but whenever I go and see someone's marine tank, the first thing I ask is, can I see your sump? You just want to see what hardware they're running, what their life support is. You know, I mean, this is how we kind of like, you know, learn in the hobby and improve on what we've got to try and have the best setup. So once again, what's happening in my tank is I'm running a 525 XL, which is made by Red Sea. It's a Red Sea Reefer 525 XL. And it comes down the downpipe, it goes through the 2 filter socks on your right hand side, goes into the main chamber, which stays at a constant height all the time, which is great. That's then fed into my G9 skimmer. I've got a Shuran nitrate reactor right over there on the left hand side at the back, and in front of that is a D&D phosphate reactor. Then I've got a bubble trap, which is just a piece of foam, and then it goes into the return chamber, I use a couple of socks where I can, and my return pump is the L1, which again is quite a nice piece of kit. Also, what you can't see around the back of my tank is I have a UV sterilizer, and also just over there I have my brand new chiller, which I've just installed. And if you want to see what's in the last cupboard, I can show you that very, very quickly. Okay, so you can see there's all of my controls. The two top ones are for my max spec gyros. The bottom one is for my L1 return pump. And then with the dosing, I use a Jabal, but I've only got a fish only system. I don't even really need to dose, but because of the puffer and because of iodine and various other small little chemical traces, although I do buffer my RO water also, which is really important that you do that, I just quite simply dose an all-in-one, because when I had the dosing kit, when I purchased it, I actually purchased it because I had a reef tank. I then had a very serious outbreak of ick, which again I managed to combat. We can talk about that another time, but I lost a lot of livestock. Just to talk about it very, very quickly, if you've got any signs of ick in your tank, aka white spot, if you've got anything like velvet, for example, you need to act now, okay? Don't listen to your local fish shop giving you potions and lotions, okay? Look, they will not work, trust me, okay? I've had this on several occasions. It will not work. You need to either go for a fish only system and dose your main tank with copper, or you need to take your fish out into a quarantine tank and dose them with copper. It is the only thing that is going to work, okay? Believe me, yeah? Don't go for any of these potions and lotions, no matter how expensive they are, no matter what absurd claims they have. Let me tell you something, okay? If it's reef safe, okay, and it's not strong enough to kill your inverts and your corals, it is not strong enough to kill the parasites that are that cause the white spot. It's as simple as that, okay? But anyways, we digress. So we finally changed over the skimmer from the C6 to the G9, okay? And all I've got to do now is dial it in, which I'll do at my own time, my own pace, my own leisure. But success. We've done it, okay? It's taken a few days, it's been a bit hair-raising. There's been a few issues that we've had along the way with it overflowing, volcanoing on me, being uncontrollable, not being able to tame it, but we got there. Raise the skimmer up, pinch the airflow, okay? And then gradually let it break in. It will take a couple of days and it will break in. And when it breaks in, then you can lower it down and dial it in. Good luck, YouTubers. Any questions, any comments, leave it below. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.